allow the two children to have them before delivery.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind. Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. And in dey touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be dey holla say dem want the power. Chai, dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Person wey dey do evil no wan make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too dey talk. He too dey talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin dey the street dey hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe é, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun diary politico.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ,
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o,
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ,
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá,
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Today. Hello there. So good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you're joining us. This is Mayegun live. So thank you so much, brethren, for joining me. Tonight can also be classed as a Sunday sermon on Mayegun's Diary Political. And that is that moment we call the no holds bar moment. You see, where people want to be politically correct. And then those who are closet enablers and supporters of the rogues ruining Nigeria. This is the moment we usually advise them to stay off, because we are not just going to be pointing out what is going on in that contraption. We are also going to be pointing out the names of those who are behind all of that. And just for posterity's sake. Because Nigeria is a place where the more criminally you are, the more reward you are likely going to get. It has worked again and again. And the people have been those paying the price, including those who are supporting them. So on Mayegun's Diary Political, it is a place where even if you are lying to yourself, there is a possibility that you will get your own healing here, and you will stop lying to yourself, start telling yourself the truth, because this is the place where you get to know how much of the actions of these guys actually affects you. I mean, directly or indirectly. So you will get to know. So on Sunday like this, it is a no holds bar session. We do not hold back anything. And that simply, I mean, that includes even your religious, businessmen and all that. So wherever their own names or their involvement is by any means spotted, we highlight that too. So please, to the rest of the brethren in the Temple of Truth, welcome to the Temple of Truth tonight. And remember, just share the broadcast after reading the caption of the broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them all that Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. In the last few days, I don't know where you were 3 days ago or what you were doing, right? But while you were at that, doing what you were doing, the people of Yelewatta in Benue State, right? They have been having sleepless nights, and it is not because they are partying. It is because the Fulani terrorists, they came to town this time around. Just that 3 days ago, by the way, during the day before the attacks, we saw some paid miscreants, right, who marched in solidarity with Tifnumbu, because according to them, Tifnumbu and Alia, they had done so well in protecting lives and properties that, yeah, there are some pockets of problems here and there, but the killings in Benue State is mostly exaggerated. That was their statement. That evening, the Fulani terrorists rode to town and they slaughtered over 200 people, including women and children. And while all this was going on, they had no single help from the supposed Tifnumbu or Alia, or through their agents like their military and others. They were slaughtered after being disarmed by APC. Don't ever forget that, Because sometimes it's easier for some of us to sit like this and say, why can't they defend themselves? Why don't you go and get gun? Why don't you go and get this? But in reality, we've had people who have actually tried that. Ask them about their personal experiences. That is when some of them came to reality that the problem of terrorism in Nigeria is never intended to be sort of like ended. The rogues in charge of that contraption, APC, Egbekegbe, and their minions, right? They do not have any intention of ending terrorism in Nigeria, like poverty. Their primary intention and ultimate intention is to maintain it. There's a difference between managing something and working to end something. And that's exactly what this terrorism is all about as well. You know, because the people, the citizens, or let's start with the supposed military. Now, let's say, okay, fine, they are not compromised, they are not corrupt. All those allegations are just because people just want to talk, right? Or can we assume, or sorry, can we agree that with the successful attacks carried out by these rogues, the arbitrary attacks they carry out with such impunity, like there is no government in Nigeria, right? As well as areas where they have actually captured, and Nigeria declared those areas as ungoverned areas. So let's say the military is not corrupt, but can we agree that they are overwhelmed? Or being overwhelmed means maybe the problem is bigger than they want to admit. And when things get to that stage, that is the moment you would let people know that, you know what, we need your help. We are doing our best to ensure that these terrorists do not overrun you. But guess what? It seems that they are pushing more and more and more despite all our efforts. So now, citizens, defend yourselves. I mean it. But that's not what they have in Nigeria. They have worked in the last 10 years, APC, Egbekegbe, they've worked so tirelessly, disarming Nigerians. People who were caught with some, Dane guns and what have you, they have been arrested and locked up in prison. Why terrorists are walking about? That's how you get to know that it is all intentional. So the people of Benue, right, they have been under endless Fulani invasion, killings, endless killings, which the criminal politicians themselves have politicized many times. They've benefited from it. If you ask some of the people from Benue State today, that didn't you, you witnessed, it was under the APC, Egbekegbe, Bukuari, that the Fulani terrorists turned the food basket of Nigeria to the burial ground, central of Nigeria. That was what Benue is known for, food basket of Nigeria. Rather than for us to see the hectares of farms, hectares of Spanish farms or cabbage farms, or what do you call it? All kind of vegetables being planted in that place. We started seeing graveyards under Bokuwari. Yet Yala declared their governor, Autumn, they declared him wanted. They also declared fatwa on him. Fatwa means death sentence on him. Yet Benue people said they will go with APC. So today they will tell you that, no, we did not vote for APC. We voted for Reverend. We voted for Alia. And the same Alia continued to say, oh, you know what, Tifnubu has, it's crazy, right? So no matter how much you try to spin it, no matter how much you try to use propaganda to bury it, Baba, person way, the person will get the tight shoe on his own foot, right? Will tell you where it pinches, right? So the people of these local government areas seems to have had enough. But it won't be the first time, by the way. So no matter how much you see this, it won't be the first time. So they took to the streets in their large numbers, like in their hundreds, to call on the government to do something. Guess what they were met with? They were met with a firearms force from the Nigerian police. Somebody ordered them, or somebody gave the order that they should be shot, or somebody gave the order to the police to shoot at them. The people who have actually picked over 237 dead people, killed, massacred people. 200, not 10 or not 20, not 30. right? 237. While they were at that, do you know that that's, a day after, which was yesterday, the same Nigeria government and Nigerian army that declared one notorious Fulani terrorist wanted. His name is Ado Aleru. They declared him wanted yesterday. Army will declare terrorist wanted. They told us that they arrested his wife and his mother in Saudi Arabia when they went for Hajj. You probably heard the news then, right? Yesterday they were holding a peace meeting with him, with the terrorists. And guess what he told them? He told them that, well, the reason why they are being terrorists or doing all this terrorism is because Nigerians are calling them terrorists. And because Nigerians are calling them terrorists, they are like, stigmatizing them. That's why they are just like, okay, if you are calling us terrorists, we'll just be terrorists then. And they started doing terrorism in front of the same soldiers whose colleagues were slaughtered, killed by this same guy. There's no way that you can tell me that you are normal when you confidently says there's nothing wrong with Nigeria. It's going to be hard for you to convince me that you are a normal person to utter that. That's just 1 out of 1 million of all of these infractions. People who are committing treason against their own country, and the citizens are being punished for it whenever they try to complain. So tonight we are going to start from Yelewatta in Benue State. All right. So first, when the protest started, I think Very Dark Man was around the area. He actually did a video to. They're so graphic, by the way, so I'm not sharing that with you. But part of his own video, I bet maybe this was before the Nigerian police opened fire on these bereaved communities or on the people, right? So we'll start with that before things get very rough. So if you are joining us just now, remember, take a moment, like the broadcast. You can even help me fight this YouTube algorithm, right? They are so terrible right now that some of you hardly get notification anymore. There's a reason for that. It's deliberate. So please like the broadcast and share the link as much as you can. So let's go to Benue, where it all went down today. First.
So this Very Dark Man going to address the police. Yes, addressing the police. Yeah, so this Dark Man addressing the police to calm down. These are the police trucks. He asked that the road be cleared. Everybody should pass. People should stop throwing stones.
So let's go to when their protest actually, like they were doing their march. All right. And before the police started shooting at them and things got to that stage and they regrouped afterward, right? This was when things actually like kicked off and the march was building up.
the situation last night of Fulani bandits killing over 100 persons at Yelewatta. The youth are here that they will not take this anymore from the government. And we are here to work and see how peace will be restored. That is the situation at the moment. The deputy governor of the state is here. Thank you.
Every day, I do a kill. I kill back 200. The house is the same. I got two brothers all over. Benue is beautiful. We have our leaders. They are forcing zero. So they are the election. Government zero.
Like, you know, the energy was all there pumping. People were angry and they wanted to show that to the supposed authority. I mean, no wonder. Who is going to witness, you know, the brutal killing of children, you know, and not get really mad? Everything was fine. The deputy governor was there, calming them, telling them that they felt their pain and blah, 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 blah. Then things started getting a little bit, you know, like tense. And as usual, the men in black, you know, the cowards with guns, they automatically probably, I mean, I don't want to say they felt intimidated by phone, placard, wielding, armless protesters. So the next thing, that was when Wahala walk on Koshu, the typical Nigeria scene, to remind all of you that your democracy is a mirage. You're lying to yourself that you are practicing democracy. There are some instances where your reality stares you in the face, meaning it will remind you or bring you back to reality. I know my right. This is a democracy. This is Nigeria. We're not in the military. There are times to be reminded that no, you don't even have any kind of form or definitive sort of like system of government. Nothing. It's just like anywhere belle face in a road, kind of leadership or trajectory, no direction, blind, leading blind, kind of. Sure, you get. There are times to remind you. One of such times that should normally, you see, like Reno put it on X this morning. She said in a tweet, right? She said 200 plus killed in Gaza. Headlines everywhere. We even hear the Satan of Shokoto and others sending their own condolences and support. 20 killed in Ukraine. You will see the hypocrites in Nigeria. I stand with Ukraine. 10 killed in America. International headlines everywhere. You know, Nigerians are experts in all of that too. Do you see how many people they killed in Houston? Do you know how many people they killed in New York? I say, okay, but 300 plus killed in Nigeria. What would your headlines be, your media? Portable to fight Cubana chief priest. Cubana chief priest, baby mama, released a new video. Davido's cars are more expensive than Burna Boy's cars. Everywhere. Giri. Nigeria. Here, the people of Benue, they are alone. If you have to use the Nigeria context, right? Now take a look at this.
The deputy governor of Benue State came, and we refuse that he will not talk. Let them go and do their worst. Unless the SGF and governor will come, nobody's going to listen to anyone. Nobody's going to listen to anyone. So that's the governor going there shamelessly. As you can see, they are throwing tear gas. Did you see? They are throwing tear gas. Did you see that? They are throwing tear gas. Look at, they are throwing tear gas. Look at, they are throwing tear gas. Did you see that? See? Did you see? They are throwing tear gas. Did you see that? Did you see? They are throwing tear gas. Throwing street. They are throwing tear gas. Look at tear gas. Look at another one. They are throwing tear gas. They are shooting people. Look at, they are shooting people. Look at. We voted. That is the same person we voted. Oh my God. Oh my God. We will come back. We will come back. Oh Jesus. Oh. Stop. No. 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 You push it. They are throwing tear gas. You see, these are the same people who cannot go to the bush to protect the innocent people. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Did you see that? Did you see that? Is instruction from the governor of Benue State. That is instruction from the governor of Benue State. That is the same person we voted. That is the same person we voted. Oh my God! Oh my God! We will come back. We will come back. Oh Jesus! Oh.
They are throwing tear gas at us. They are throwing tear gas at us. No, no, no! They are throwing tear gas at us. They are beating our people. They are throwing tear gas. They are beating our people. That's what they are doing. That's what they are doing.
That's how they were treated. So to the Fulani terrorists, the communities lost over 200 people to the terrorists, and they almost lost another one to the Nigerian policemen, to the Nigerian policemen on the order of their governor earlier. While that was going on, Ado Aleru, I'm going to try and put this picture up. All right? But just give me a sec.
Shay, help us, help us. There is God, there is God, 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 God. God should descend, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. 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 There is God.
Ado Aleru. That is him on your screen there. The terrorists responsible for all the recorded, or should I say, some of the recorded act of terrorism in states like Sokoto, just before the Lakurawas, Sokoto, Katsina, Kaduna, Kano, Nasarawa, Zamfara, Yobe, Adamawa, and some part of Plateau, Niger, and this Benue. This guy on your screen, that's the terrorist. His name is Ado Aleru. Guess what? While these Fulani terrorists ransacked the community of Yelewatta, killed over 200 people, the Nigerian army that declared this guy wanted, he is among the people wanted by the Nigerian army, just to start with. And they have a price tag on him, reward for anybody who can help them find him. Fooling Nigerians. So yesterday, all of them traveled down. They traveled down to a community in Katsina State to go and meet with Ado Aleru. Few weeks ago, the guy was in the news, especially just few days after he was declared wanted for the 10th time, right? So, and the news was that his wife and his mother, that he used terrorism fund, ransom money to send to Mecca in Saudi Arabia this year, that they were arrested. That's all I heard of that. Never heard anything after that. You know, until yesterday, when they met in Katsina. The guy told them, he said, the reason why he is a terrorist is because we are all calling them terrorists in front of the Nigerian army, who were all there, and other security agents, government officials, and the rest, having a peace session. That's what the Nigerian army called it. They said they had a peace session with Ado Aleru. Yeah. My dear lady, Milady, Latu Aruno, Garba, Celia, can you two, and possibly if a director's court is also watching, can you two please help our viewers understand what this guy is saying here, right? Because when I come back, I can give you the brief of it. But this is a wanted terrorist having a peace meeting with the same Nigerian army that he and his own group have actually slaughtered as well and killed Nigerians. They are having peace meeting with a terrorist. Please make it make sense, please.
Shine zai kawo mana zaman lafiya. Inda za a yi noma a je a yi noma. Inda za a je a yi kiwo a fitar da inda za a yi kiwo a je a yi kiwo. Shanu su muka sani da noman nan mu dai muka kinci kanmu wallahi duk uwayen mu ba su wannan al'amari. Tun da muka fara yi uwayen mu suka fara tsoron mu masu kai. Kamar gidajen kwalli. Amma akwai dalilai da yawa wanda suka janyo wannan. Don wasu an masu kuna ƙila, ƙaranci ƙila an ma kowane gida an mai kuna ya kai goma. Tun kana gudu ka koma can, kai kun an zo an kone sun tafi ka dawo ka gyara. Ba inda za, saboda gudu ya ƙare. Kun kaji abin da za ka iyawa ne ka je ka kare kanka ko ka hita ko kuma a ce an yi nasara. Shi ne magana gaskiya. Saboda mu koma yadda don akwai aiki. Ba ka zuwa kai ce man gidanka na da AC, gidanka na da fanka. Ni ina cikin koma. Haka kwanta ka ji daɗi ce man ya za ka ji daɗi. Kaga babu wannan. Tsakani da Allah. A misali ai jira ka. Ta gaskiya ce amma. Don Allah ya ta cewa gabanni. Mu tabbatar da wannan wannan bangaren da muke ba su abin da za su dogara da kansu. Ne muka kawo wata. An yi mi. An yi fata. to kaga idan muka koma aka nemi ilimi to yaran mu duk abin da za su taso na baya shi fa za su shi za su don Allah don annabi shugabanni ina ba ku shawara don Allah wannan al'amari a bacewa ai an ta'adda an je an masa makaranta yan ta'adda an je an ba su ilimi yan ta'adda ai suna can yan ta'adda ai ga su can ma yanzu an son su to wallahi sai an cire wani don magana ce ta gaskiya tsakani da Allah ni kaina nan sojoji sun yi shekara 7 suna zaune gidana a yan kuzo kuma duk wanda za a je a tambaya duk sojojin kasar nan su je su bincika zo na yamma inda ba zan sai da shi gidana suke zaune amma ba mu taɓa samun sabani tsakanin da juna irin wannan zamantakewa an ɗauke sojojin yan wari an ɗauki na yan kuzo duka ga munan muna ta rayuwa saboda amintaka da juna zai kawo haka idan ka yarda da ni na yarda da kai mun kama mu'amala tsakani da Allah to kowa ya da haƙƙin kowa shine magana gaskiya jami'an nan baki yau ana iya kawo su gobe a canza masu guri mu kuma nan aka yi mu tare aka yi mu ka san tsohuwa ta na san taka ka san ubana na san ubanka ka san lokacin da aka yi mu to don Allah don annabi shi ya za a yi in ba mu rungumi juna ba muka yayyafe ma juna abin da ya faru to ya za mu wa'annan fa jami'an tsaro matafiya ne makiyaya ne kamar makiyayi ne yau kun ya sauka nan kun kiwo ya ƙara gaba shi ne ba duk inda aka tabbatar da akwai zama lafiya to jami'in tsaro gaba yayi can inda ba a zaune lafiya aka to saboda haka don Allah don kowa ya yi don girman Allah duk hanyar da za a soke sunan mu ɗan ta'adda amma inda ba a soke wannan sunan ba to za mu tabbata a ɗan ta'adda a san wannan don kuma kullahi ta kai wani wuri kace man an kuma an zanna nahiya uban
of our greedy leaders. Oh, Thunder, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike so that you eliminate all of them, so that you have peace in our nation. Or join them in one aeroplane so that it will crash land in the course of their adventure. Our security.
So be honest, right? How many times did you feel disgusted watching that video on your screen? Be honest, how many times? Once, twice, or you are just so, you feel so disgusted all through, shaking your head, you know, different thoughts running through your mind like, oh, more Nigeria, or you are just the type that will just be like, oh, more Nigeria to finish, man. About what am I even watching? Like, so that's the terrorists, that's Nigerian army, that's the community leaders, these are government officials, all of them meeting the, what the heck? Or you just don't feel anything. You're probably just indifferent, right? Anyway, all of us will feel differently. I bet it we have in this audience, people who watched that part of that video and felt like, God damn it, man. Damn. Just like some of you will be like, hey, why can't they just arrest him there? Yeah? But they will tell you, no, that won't bring peace. Yeah. It's unbelievable that sometimes, like, if you have time and they explain Nigeria to you, like, try to explain how Nigeria is to you, so, you know, it is impossible for you not to get mad. Impossible. Because if anybody explain Nigeria to you and you laugh, you know, it's because they did not tell you the whole thing. It's unbelievable. Those are the people responsible for the hardship in Nigeria. Yeah. As well as the criminals that allowed it, that are making money from it. The rogues who are supposed to actually deal with them, allow you to go back to your farms. In this hard time, a lot of you want to go back to farm, right? But you can't. And it's always there to remind you. You know? It's unbelievable. There was there, he had a meeting with them. And then they did the closing prayer after that, and he went on back to his business. So if you want them to stop kidnapping you, then you must stop calling them terrorists. Maybe call them Uncle Bandits or, you know, Satero. Something, I don't know, like something fancy that won't make them angry. And maybe they will then stop kidnapping you. Just like the Ministry of Agriculture is now organizing, wow, Nigeria. Wait till. That's why I said that if they explain Nigeria to you and you understand it and you're not mad, you know, explain it well.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps.
I'm move past you. You know I'm rich me guy. I swear to God that talk. I'm move past you. I'm move past you, Gege. I'm move past you. Ask anybody. See, you go argue this thing, but I swear to God I'm move past you. You don't see where they move before. Me Gege, I'm move past you. I'm move past you. You know I'm rich me guy. I swear to God that talk. I'm move past you. I'm move past you, Gege.
Okay. In the midst of food shortages in Nigeria, the Ministry of Agriculture is asking their staff to embark on fasting and prayer. This is a memo from the Ministry of Agriculture. So if they tell you, sometimes you will never be like that, now. You know that, which one is, if they explain Nigeria to you, and you say you understand it, and you're not mad, take a look at your screen. This was just a few days ago. To combat food shortages, they said, take a look at that from the director, human resource. What's her name? Yeah, to all directors, deputy directors, assistant directors, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. Praise. They want to pray for food security. Yeah. This is to invite all staff of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to a solemn prayer session for God's guidance and success in supporting the government's efforts to achieve food security. All over. I know some of you are like religious people. You can see how they are mocking this now, you see? Yeah. So now, Baba, there is a part they even ask everybody to fast. They say, please kindly come fasting on Mondays, 16th, 23rd, and 30th of June. Dayo Modupe Mrs. Director, Human Resource Management. She could be RCCG member like that. If you go check them, I will not be surprised. Those are the people who are telling Nigerians that their policies and everything is ongoing. Yeah. So the people who won't let you see food or won't even allow you to grow it yourself, or when you do grow, they won't allow you to harvest them. Those are the people your government is negotiating with. Yeah. But we will leave that one for now too. The last 24 hours, we have not seen peace on the street of the Logos Fair Local sphere or street. Why? Because one time spokesperson for Peter Obi, a member of Obedience, his name is Kenneth Okonkwo. You know him. He talks a lot. And he talks good, right? But he's so disappointed, according to him, how Peter Obi has been handling, this wave of support and what have you that he's getting from everyone, and to him is wasting it and possibly even undeserving. You get what I mean? Like it's not using or utilizing the way he would want him to, because the people he's facing, or the Tifnubu and his gang is planning to remove from power and then save Nigeria, as he promised to do. That those are heartless people. They don't keep prisoners. So if Obi want to, like that, Shan. But the interview that seemed to have really riled a lot of people up to call him out is the part where an interviewer was asking, or actually asked Ken Okonkwo, right, that does he ever feel like he betrayed Peter Obi? Now that question is a very meaningless, useless question, but somehow Ken Okonkwo took the bait. For instance, Peter Obi never accused him of betraying him. He wished him all the best, despite all he said about him as well, right? He said, well, I wish him all the best, he's my brother. So he never said anything about betrayal or what have you. But Ken is more or less like pained, because according to him, the goodwill that Obi enjoys today could actually be a very good opportunity for Nigeria's, recovery or something like that. However, they met some gang of rogues or crooks in Labour Party, Abure to be precise, and his team. Ken has a problem with that, or he had a problem with that. Then he raised this concern, and his own problem with them was that they were so corrupt that they can easily be compromised and used to derail whatever, political tsunami that Peter Obi is leading. And he's right, if you have to give that to him, because he's right. But going so far enough to then conjure things up to, well, I can't explain that, but people have been reacting. Have you seen the interview? He said, Obi, if anybody is betraying somebody to be Obi, then he went on and on and on and on. I've got a copy, right? Especially this part. Please watch.
If there is anybody that betrayed the other, I can say it emphatically that Peter Obi betrayed me. Peter Obi that said that, after a little while, they went and lied to Peter Obi that INEC has accepted them. That was a lie they told him. And then Peter Obi surreptitiously went back to them. And I'm like, sir, you have made a public statement on integrity. Even if INEC has accepted these people, that is not a criterion for you to go back and start dealing with them. Because these people have shown that they are not democratic. If you go back to them, they will destroy your political career. And everything you have said about integrity and everything will die. That these people are now agents in the hand of the government to destabilize you. That you should not try it. And that since you have made a public statement and we have started acting on it, if we go back, it's going to affect our integrity. Me, I don't go back. Because not only that you said it, it is true that what they did was absolutely illegal and unconstitutional. If you go back to them, I will not go back to you. I will not go back with you. And you know what? I called all the people that were in the inner circle and told them the same. Look at what our guy is trying to do. He wants to go back with the Abure people. If he does it, he's not going to go back with me, because I do not swallow back my words. And after saying all those things, within like 72 hours, he went back to Abure's office to publicly endorse them. And when he was there talking to them, one of the leaders in that executive sent me the video to mock me that the person I'm fighting for against them has come to their office to endorse them. What am I? It was when INEC now publicly disassociated itself from Julius Abure. That was when Obi now came out and became neutral. And I'm like, sir, you cannot be neutral on this issue. Something has to be done. And then, even when INEC disassociated themselves, Labour Party did not have leadership, and confusion was breeding everywhere. I said, sir, you cannot be neutral. You have to say something. NLC had a meeting, and all of us came there, and he said he prefers to sit on the fence. And I'm like, hold on. In front of everybody, I said, sir, this is not something you can sit on the fence. A leader must take a decision. And he insisted he prefers to sit on the fence. And I said, okay. When he left, all the people there, we are so annoyed. I still begged them. I said, please. Because I know that his political career is on the line. I still begged them. I said, please, let's write a letter to him and still give him time to take decision. Because everybody wanted to implement whatever is his wish. Because we were fighting for him. We wrote a letter to him and still gave him some time. He still did not reply at all. That was when we came up with the caretaker committee idea. It was my brainchild. I went into the constitution and I told them, the NWC having been rejected, this is the only choice we have legally. And that was how it was carried. And then Alex Oti, the governor Alex Oti, took it upon himself because he's a more decisive person. And then organized the woman here trip where they, chose the, and Obi came and announced the caretaker chairman. After that day, Julius Abure people went to court. Obi even told them that if they go to court and win, he will support them. After he's announcing the caretaker committee. And they went to court and won. The caretaker committee went on court of appeal. And Abure won. By then, Obi had made up his mind that these people are the authentic one. And he was working with them. The gubernatorial election in Anambra State, it was Abure people that brought the candidate of Labour. Obi worked with them on that. And then I made it clear after the Court of Appeal decision, and I saw that Obi is still working with these people. If you're a leader, you are in such a party, you have 2-3 options. The first one is, if you see that these people are criminals the way you want to paint them now, you leave the party if you can't solve the problem as a leader, so that your followers will not be confused, and so that you don't get so close to the time of the next election that you would have nothing to do about it. Now, you did not leave. You remained with them. Why? Because you're in cahoot with them in everything they're doing. In all the primaries that the Abure them organized, none was organized without Obi's approval, whether in Imo, whether in Edo, whether in Ondo, and now in Anambra. And that was why Obi campaigned for all the candidates that came out of it. So you're in cahoot with these people in private. In public, you want to paint another image. No, you're just being a politician of convenience. not a politician of conviction. So where does Kenneth Okonkwo come into this?
So I am not a member of Labour or wherever you're obedient. So I'm going to say some of his points are valid if you have to, but they are not with, I said they are not, I said not without some other available information as well, right? People believe that there is, people believe that there is an orchestrated plan that they are giving the credit to Tifnumbu for, and I don't know if Tifnumbu is that so creative, but let me tell you, speculation, right? So it is that the only threat to APC, as it is today, is Peter Obi. And it is not just, the way it is described, right? They believe that if Peter Obi goes it alone against Tifnumbu, Atiku still joins them and goes it alone as well, Tifnumbu will have very convenient way of perfecting his rigging, as they will never agree, right? Others are saying, no, it is more than that. Obi in threat to Tifnumbu, right, is that if for any reason they all come together and form a coalition and they make Obi the flag bearer of that coalition, it is over for Tifnumbu. Not that Tifnumbu won't probably attempt to do his rigging or anything, but forget it's done. So what should they do? They should walk around and make sure that Peter Obi does not, Peter Obi actually run on his own, or if he joins them, he must never emerge on either ticket, whether as vice president or presidential candidate, doesn't matter, he must not appear. But if he is managed to be pushed into a coalition talk, that they possibly decide to go to any party or start their own political party. So being part of that coalition, having left Labour Party, automatically means it can be schemed out. It won't be any kind of anything. So there are those responsible for that. That's why all this is their coalition talk. Tifnumbu and his men, Tifnumbu's men are attending the coalition talk as well. So the effort right here is to make sure that, how can you do it to make sure that Obi does not appear on any ballot? And if he's going to appear on any ballot at all, let him go it alone. So somehow Obi himself has been building the idea of they are going to do it alone. They are not going to do any coalition. Or in which political party? So why people are kind of like pointing fingers, accusing fingers at Ken is because they still believe that Ken is a mouth for hire, kind of, even though he said he's never been paid money to support anyone from Bokuwari, throughout the Bokuwari system and all that. But some still believes that he's one of the people closer to Obi that were expected to help facilitate his moving on to go and join their coalition. So if he is not their candidate of any coalition, the threat is removed. It becomes business as usual. The obedient, more than 70% of them will lose interest. They won't be interested anymore. And by so doing, Kolu can have his way. But Ken is saying, even without saying it like that Obi should leave Labour Party. The man talking about integrity and all that, but there's nothing wrong if Obi have to go and join Atiku again. And that's where the obedience, that's where they lost it. This Ken is this, Ken is that. In case if you see them reacting to Ken Okonkwo and you're like, why are you talking to him like this? It is because they believe they can see through him so very much. But like I said, he is not completely wrong. Like I said from the beginning, that the part of who betray who is completely irrelevant because there was never any conversation around that. So why the interviewer brought that up to trigger this is, and he fell for it, that's up to him. But looking at other stuffs that he raised some valid points there. But again, even if he raised a valid point, people are saying, even if he raised a valid point, the fact that they consider him as somebody who is compromised, that they can't trust, makes every other valid point he raised worthless. So he called the governor of Akwa Ibom. He called him. He said the guy is suffering from transgenderic something. I don't know. The guy himself responded. In that same interview, it wasn't just Obi that he spoke about. He said something about Tifnubu, everybody like, he's got sharp mouth, right? He called this guy transgenderic something. Neither here nor there. The guy that they come to APC recently that said he can't fight. He can't fight like with a wicked, so he would rather just go and join Tifnubu from PDP to APC than to stay and fight. So I think that's what Kent said, right? But here is how the guy received it.
Have you heard me? So people that are talking, even those that are not from Akwa Ibom, even those who feel they have done things, they tried everything, they've tried to become actor, they failed, they are still living in bondage, trying to poke their mouth into what does not concern them. Tell them that this is living reality. He should go to his state and fight. He's an attempted politician. He tried in Labour Party, he ran away. He tried acting, he was living in bondage. He's an attempted lawyer. He has never moved one motion before. So such people, don't listen to them. This is within my rights. And he is not from Akwa Ibom State. We don't welcome him in Akwa Ibom State. This is Akwa Ibom State matter. As the person on the driver's seat today, I am the one holding the steering. And I know where go slow, no go day. I know where pothole, no day. Now make me the carry Akwa Ibom, go for express.
So in that interview where Kenneth said all of that, he also gave a bit of a follow-up to what he said that prompted Eno, to respond that way. Our response, Kenneth Okonkwo, was, honestly speaking, he kind of have that mouth. Give it to him. He's got mouth on him. That's what Americans would say. You got some mouth on you, right?
Pastor Imeno said it was a failure. Can you imagine living in bondage was shot in 1992? This is 2025. That should be about 33 years. And that movie is still relevant enough that Pastor Imeno will make a reference to it. That movie created living in bondage. The living in bondage created the Nollywood that has employed millions of the youth and made us proud worldwide. We are now the number 2 in the whole world in Nollywood. And Pastor Imeno has just become a governor for 2 years. And he's already fading. 2 years. And living in bondage is 33 years. And it's still relevant that Governor Imeno will make a reference to it. Governor Imeno in his life will never be able to create up to 1 million jobs. Living in bondage has created more than millions of jobs. You know, Daniel Abure say once you enter APC, your brain will stop working. It is obvious that Pastor Umeno's brain has stopped working. Why am I saying that? Was it not Pastor Umeno's daughter that accused him of sacrificing the wife? So who is now living in bondage? The truth is that Pastor Imeno now is the real Andy Okeke in real life. Because he's been accused by his own daughter, not me, that he used his wife for sacrifice. That was what Andy Okeke did. So, and Pastor Imeno wanted to say, no, we are living in the, dream world. That's the reality. The reality now is that he's the one who is being accused by his daughter that he used his own wife to sacrifice. Good. That was what Andy Okeke did. So the truth is that if there is anybody living in bondage now, it is Pastor Umo Eno. And it is showing since he entered into APC, it has been from one calamity to the other. Pastor Imeno said it was a failure. Can you imagine? Living in Bondage was shot in 1992. This is 2025. That should be about 33 years. And that movie is still relevant enough that Pastor Imeno would make a reference to it. That movie created Living in Bondage. The Living in Bondage created the Nollywood that has employed millions of the youth and made us proud worldwide. We are now the number 2 in the whole world in Nollywood. And Pastor Imeno has just become a governor for 2 years. And he's already fading. 2 years. And Living in Bondage is 33 years. And it's still relevant that Governor Imeno will make a reference to it. Governor Imeno in his life will never be able to create up to 1 million jobs. Living in Bondage has created more than millions of jobs. You know, Daniel Boala say once you enter APC, your brain will stop working. It is obvious that Pastor Umeno's brain has stopped working. Why am I saying that? Was it not Pastor Umeno's daughter that accused him of sacrificing the wife? So who is now living in bondage? The truth is that Pastor Umeno now is now the real Andy Okeke in real life. Because he's been accused by his own daughter, not me, that he used his wife for sacrifice. That was what Andy Okeke did. So, and Pastor Imeno wanted to say, no, we are living in the, dream world. That's the reality now is that he's the one who is being accused by his daughter that he used his own wife to sacrifice. Good. That was.
Sorry about that. So the video got looped. But the part I want you to hear, is this one.
Umeno, who is saying that I left LP and ran away. The same Umeno left PDP that has given him everything and say he cannot fight though. I cannot fight like weak and run away. No party has given me anything. And I have not transferred any party's mandate to another party. So he appeared uncoordinated, childish, and of course, like I said before, very transgenderic. Very. Because what is being transgenderic? It's not speaking to your sexual orientation. No. It's speaking to the fact that your gender, as in, is not even clear. We don't know whether you're a man or woman. A metaphoric statement spoken metaphorically to show that you're neither here nor there. Man,
I told you his mouth it's got mouth on him. But let's leave Kenneth Okonkwo and go to Gombe. You want me to talk about the Gombe? I was with some of my friends today doing the Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, by the way. To all fathers, everybody who is playing a role of a father, whether you have your own children or you're taking care of other children. To all the firstborns, because I'm a firstborn, right? Most of us, we had to grow up very fast so that we could really take care of our siblings. So we've been acting like that. And the moment we, became adults, the responsibility also grew. So today will be a good time. And if you do have somebody like that in your life, they are not your biological fathers or whatever you, and they did, play a very, very impactful, life-changing roles in your life, you can reach out to them and tell them Happy Father's Day, by the way. So yeah, we were at my past place, doing the Father's Day stuff. So hang on, no. Did I kind of like put that up? I wanted to tell you a story, but now I think my time is up. I'll tell you later. But first, right? Let's go to Gombe. Okay. So the story I wanted to tell you is about those of us who are like Yorubas, right? Living in Yoruba land, southwest of Nigeria. Many of us barely travels. Do you understand? And we'd rather travel to America, travel to London, go to far distance than to travel to travel within Nigeria per se. So to us, the moment you leave Yoruba land like this, something will begin to tell you that, you don't go far from us. So like you begin to feel it. The moment you begin to leave Yoruba land, start going up north like that, you'll be like, So there are some people who have been for the first time, their first time of being to the north. Some of them couldn't believe that northern Nigeria is part of Nigeria. I've never been to northern part of Nigeria. There is a chance that I will never be there before I die, no matter how long or how short I live. Because I don't get anything I won't go pick up for there. I've got friends now. I've got friends in all those places. But I'm just saying, do you get that now? So some of us who have been there, some went and they just loved it. Others went for the first, I'm talking about your first contact, first time. And you're like, Nigeria, is this part of Nigeria? I'll tell you more about the story later. There's a funny part of it, but that is not the reason, right? But Gombe is part of Nigeria. It is northeast of Nigeria. So what happened in Gombe today? It was Gandola, the sycophants in crew, right? Who have been going everywhere, forcing everybody to declare their support for Tifnumbu. So what happened? Gandola, the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano. Let me shake you. Give me your hand. Like that. So the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano and his crew, they went to Gombe. Okay. So in Gombe, their job was to go there to endorse Tifnumbu and say, northeast of Nigeria have endorsed Tifnumbu. Right? And everything seemed working well until they discovered that, do you know that it is only Tifnumbu that people have been endorsing? And they have already been complaining because let's roll it back a bit, just a little bit, so that you can understand this better. All right. During the time of their APC primaries and all of that, Kolu became the presidential candidate. Kolu was a Muslim, so he needed to pick a Christian from northern Nigeria. So the likes of El Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger, went on to reject that idea and told Tifnumbu straight away that northern Nigeria will not support him if he chooses any Christian. They won't. So that was the first. That was the birth of a Muslim ticket. So which Muslim are they going to now pick? There were names. There were people who suggested this or that. But somehow, Shitty used or played the card of the Boko Haram terrorism for power adventure, which started from 2014 with the Chibok. And somehow they picked him because they feel like, you may not know, right? But Shitty is believed to have quite a bit of, reach within the circle of these terrorists in northern Nigeria. And in fact, they actually thought that Tifnumbu would die. And Shitty all those shaky stuff here. That some people are now saying that Tifnumbu was acting film. Acting call. So they miscalculated. Tifnumbu, to them, they believe that Tifnumbu deceived them by acting like he's weak. And that was around that time when he now picked the Shitty right? Shitty boldly told all of them and said, I will be the one in charge of security. He will be in charge of economy. So what are you talking about, mate? Like, he's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, not you. Like, who the hell are you? But he confidently told his people. Somehow it didn't work out. And for not working out, they suspected, or should we say, there are speculations that Tinubu is planning to drop Shitty Man and call the bluff of all these guys from this northeast or wherever. Call their bluff, like, go and do your worst. He will pick Dogara, a Christian, right? From, the supposed core north. And he's part of them, they think. So why would you go on and endorse Tinubu and not say Tinubu Shetima? So they were surprised. So today was their time. And Zulum, the Borno guy man, who was also there with their delegation. So again, what is his name? Gandola and others moved a motion to endorse Tinubu. About one rescue Gandola Kurumbe, right? That they just had to rescue him. If not, they're for lynch him there. Gandola, like they had to run. I saw Gandola run when it felt like, oh, what you know? Wow, they don't beat us. So I'll show you. In case if you think I'm exaggerating, right? Give me a sec. So, first thing first, right? Let's try this. You don't believe me, Abi? Don't worry. That's the best part too. You saw them throwing shares. So there is a self-awareness 101 course that you need to try to take before you join Nigeria politics. Because number one, you must be very athletic. In a situation where if you have to show the madness in you, and you need to drag, see this chair now, right? If you need to drag that, you can't be like me, because I can't carry it with one hand. No, I can't. But in politics, you must be able to, and fling it. Can be, once the spirit enter, you say, you feel like still they won't cheat you, because if you don't fight for it, you don't fall. You get what I mean? So you must have that energy. Then another thing is that you must be very, very athletic. But a lot of people don't see that like that. Because the just roast you in shock. As I blow trumpet. Otikuni in a shock konde cash you say, where are they? I thought we were discussing the delegate number. I was saying that was number 4. The other person was saying he's number 5. What did they do for you? Say, oh, Benny, come straight to. Come closer, come closer. Get heaven over you. More will check you because you don't die. You don't say you don't die. I said, no, die. I was arguing that I'm number 4. He said it's number 5. And we're trying to discuss it. I just said, boo. Okay. So that's one thing about their politics as well. You need to be very physical, you know, because anything can happen anytime. And if you are also someone who is going to somewhere and you've got an hint that they will beat you, don't know the way Babariga go there. Did you see that guy there had to put all his agbada over his head? You know, now that kind of beating the worst pass. You don't go no person will beat you. You know that level. In politics, where they wrap your head with that agbada, body go just they pay you. You don't go remember anybody will beat you. By the time they remove the agbada, what tire. They will just take you one side, say, you go recover. Now there you go to recover. They imagine the kind of beating where you call it. So agbada in such gathering is a health risk or security risk for yourself. You know, it's called self-awareness 101 in Nigeria politics. So, and that's the luckiest one. If they beat you, you will get treatment. If they report your case to all their armed, you know, courts and all that, you know, their murderous group, young people, political thugs that they've even gone to, if they pursue you for street, you will go and realize, say, Baba, sometimes all those is where you see for a movie. Or you did dream. You know that time you say you go dream. I don't know about you though. I've dreamt where people they try to shoot me. But you know, in my head, I just avoid them. You know, I run in zigzag. Like that. When I dream, if you run out for real life, they do zigzag. You know that one is even like worse, right? If they pursue you with go, hey, shoot, you run like and before you know it, you go just say, welcome to heaven. And you are still doing like you're dancing towards you. Say, let's see how say out there. You were they don't kill 30 minutes ago. The bullet don't hit you for that place where you want corner like that. What if you go forward here already? You go, it says you the dodge bullet. Oh, Benny, come closer. You are dead. This way, join that queue. Shock or issue. So it's so deadly enough that if you pay attention to all these rogues and their own what do you call it? And their, you know, their agents, right? Maybe you can easily pick your own side because, like I said, even Gandola had to run. If you go sorry, if not me, because you know it's better to be safe than sorry. You don't understand. Did you see that? Because you see, sometimes when I say all these things, right, I might probably be dramatic about it, okay? It's just to possibly make you, like shock or like, or a buruku peleri. You see me dramatizing what, but sometimes if I don't show you, it will be like, say, they exaggerate. Did you not see Gandula the last video? That's the national chairman of the Al-Qaeda People's Congress, People's Congress, APC, Egbekegbe. They want more bam. All this shout of Tinubu, Kashim, Shetima, Tinubu, Kashim, Shetima. I was saying that to them. And Mr. Kashim Shetima is probably on the phone to Zulu. I mean a Zulu. Nigeria any problem, go. Brethren, I have to say it in Europe. I will say it in English. Nigeria get problem, oh. Sure you get. You see this issue of Yoruba versus Hausa, Hausa versus Igbo, Igbo versus Fulani, Fulani versus this and that we talk about. There are other deeper ones. And it is not just, it's the one problem that Nigerians have is this, one among other problems. So is the fact that our people are prisoners of history. For some reason, it seems that, the older generation, they failed us by ensuring that we inherited their hatred, their enemies. Me, I am somebody who believes that our ancestors, they are not all good. They were not all bad. Most of them had to do, they did what they had to do just to survive at the time. And if you get to remember what they did, the ideal thing is to ensure that we never do the same. Yeah? Especially the bad ones. So when you read your history, it is for you to understand why people did what they did at the time, and possibly a chance for you to ensure that you will never have to be found in such states that you would have to make such a decision that will have a far-reaching effect. You may be wondering why I'm saying all of this. I'll tell you. Our problem is beyond just Igbo versus Yoruba, Yoruba versus this or that. Even within the ethnic nationalities, we are dealing with serious tribalism, where the tribes thrives on hatred, generationally transferred hatred that has led to bloodbath, enough that we can all see the negative and the backward contribution or the backward effects that these have contributed to our, our history and our people. So when you look at young people passionately spreading hatred, right? And advocating for violence against their supposed neighbor, brothers. You know what I mean? It breaks heart. I'll show you this young man who has been using his social media to call out for the execution of maybe the Yorubozo, Abi Shekirio. So they have been fighting over land, by the way, right? So it is believed that Tompolo, Tompolo, right? He has been encroaching on the Ishekiri people's lands in Warri and other areas, that they have become so powerless because it is Tompolo, right? Then others are saying, no, we will need to actually kill ourselves so that our children won't have to continue this fight. And this person is a young person. Nigeria, any problem, oh? And sometimes if you ask yourself, where are we going to start from? Olofao.
Okay. So the Shekiri is you ready for now? If on a piece on ready, now we ready pass. Now we ready pass. I tell you now, if on a piece on ready, now we ready pass. On a not know on ourselves. Many times president don't come visit on our king. Olodo idiot. Now mumu you be. You know wise. All the Shekiri boys, man. We ready for now spiritual, physical. All of them we ready. I don't tell on us since the Shekiri boys not sabi shoot gun. If now our boys don't na put for open, he go fail on her. And on her go die finish. Now me they tell on her. Because of all these like things, If I see any Shekiri boy waka pass myself, I go kill him. I go kill him. Now me dey tell her. Make Shekiri boy just patrol pass where we dey. Now key be that. Physical, spiritual, we ready for now. Any miss on a take on, we ready for now. On a fit shoot gun. On a fit shoot gun. Shekiri person don't ever go fight one war before. 1999 na too small. I be on a papa them when be like say they give on a fake history. They not fit give on that story. 1999. Wetin the short people do on her? They not tell on her. 98. They not tell on her. Now federal we dey deal with, not be local. I don't tell on her ever since. We know they deal. We know they play local game. Local league we know they play am. Local league, friendly game we know they play am. Now too small. Now wetin do on her body? How many of on her? On her take up to 5,000. Shekiri when be like say if we won't fight Shekiri, from 15 years to 25 years, boys now we go carry. Those are our elders, they will not go carry them because they're all too they used to the game. We'll carry 17 years to 15 years. All those boys now will carry to finish on. Now they come here, they talk pa. Shekiri fish shoot gun. And I don't go hunting once. You don't keep mocking once. Eh? You don't enter bush, go keep mocking once. Now you might be when get sense, now you won't keep. You wise. My own decide they beg. President Tinubu, Governor Sheriff, Mona just give us only 2 days. Mo just test each other now. Mo see ability. Mo see whether the math when like say we dey make for social media, we fit still make am for physical. May they give us only 2 days. Whether that 2 days we not go turn all the Shekiri community to water. Carry Swambugi as we dey shoot, we dey carry Swambugi dey go. Swambugi now we dey carry the join dey shoot. As we dey shoot, they enter the community. Swambugi dey destroy. Carry on the park on our house, they put for inside water. We don't know how they talk. And when you go boss, look from 0 years to 80 years, 100 years, we not go leave one person safe. All of them now we go take. We go turn the Shekiri land to water. Jala, when they mention always that they call our name. They can't do that, they call our name. Mona not come outside, I can't talk. The day when we go start, now those community will go take start. Because on ourselves they are among. Now we go take start. Now we go take start. Zala can't do. Now we go take start. Zala not be pack up for prison. If we just pass leg, we never go reach here. All our brothers when we go finish here, we not go remain one person safe. If not because of our brother and be like say, come outside for that Jala, we for never perish that place. Now take there they talk anyhow. We go start, and when we go start, Zala can't do. Now we go take start. Go finish here, we'll wipe the come up for this Baramatu. Zala can't do. Then next we'll come to Amaduno. Because on the feast on our get sense. Then when we don't finish with Amaduno, this is Shekiri when the Chevron here, extra boss here. We go start with them, we Okidigba everywhere, perish all of them. Okay. Shekiri, most especially those in Baramatu. If you know say you be Shekiri person, you dey Kantu. If you know say you be Shekiri person, you dey Amaduno. If you know say you be Shekiri person, you dey Jala. And you say those 3 communities there. Now Shekiri community, not be Baramatu community. It's high time we buy on her or we drive on her go, we on her not go see anywhere enter. Now they have it. It's high time because we know if you look on her, when on her go date, maybe our time come pass on our children them or on our grandchildren them. We can't suffer our own children or our own grandchildren. Just like the way on our forefathers they do when they affect us now. If we not finish on her now, on her go come disturb our great grandchildren them in the coming generation. So it's high time we buy on her commot. So if you know say you be Shekiri person, you did those 3 communities when I mentioned, and you dey start say yes, you be from a Shekiri, then you go commot or we go buy you. We not go look anybody play. The thing don't pass like that. We not go look anybody play. It's high time we buy you or we drive you come on go here. You don't know. Fool. Okay.
Some of you who watch that will probably feel like he's just a clown or serious person. No. He may not be capable of doing anything, right? But for him to be bold enough to be saying all of that in public, think about how, you know, people around his own circle, think about how they speak and what they talk about and, you know, all that stuff. This is not somebody who is just who just slept and woke up and just started saying, we must kill the Shekiri. He kept saying, we'll come to Shekiri land. That statement means the Shekiri people have their lands, right? But he, as an Ijo, who feels so powerful, who feels like he's superior, is, you know, is promising somebody who he feels like, or a group of people he felt like they are like inferior to him. Well, guess what? When you look around him, when you look at his posture, when you look at his face and everything, you can tell that Nigeria has done a number on him. But do you see where his energy is? That's exactly what they are going to do. If they give him gun and he sees that the Shekiri passing, right? He will kill the Shekiri because he's told himself that an Shekiri existing is a threat to him as an Ijo. Not to him as an Ijo in his Ijo land, though, but an Shekiri is a threat to an Ijo in the Shekiri land. And they want to do it to make sure that their own children and grandchildren, they will not have to worry about Shekiris again. A young man, oh, that guy can't be more than 22 or 21, oh, with that kind of mindset. And they have thousands of them with that kind of mindset. Now, just one example I gave you there. This is not just about Ishekiri and Ijo. You will get to see others that will be like this on Anang versus Yoruba. Within tribes, within supposed the same axis, so the same region, who share so much in proximity, including language to some extent. So that's why some people are saying that this contraption Nigeria, the pseudo one Nigeria, is to at least delay the, you know, the doomsday when everybody will have the chance to actually kill themselves. You know me, I've told you before, Nigeria is a place where people can't wait to kill themselves. Any given opportunity, before you know it, you will just say this community and that community, they don't kill about 300 people. So why? Poor people killing themselves over historical disagreements that their own fathers told them, because their own father's father told them. And everybody is kind of inheriting that hatred, transferring it on. Nigeria, no problem, go. Just such issue, you know. Now let's leave that. Yesterday, there was a robbery in Enugu where a supposed tech shop got robbed and it was captured on camera. I'll just show you if you have the time, right? Meanwhile, if you have been with us all night so far, don't forget, you liking the broadcast gives it more visibility, right? Please do like the broadcast and share it as well, right? Let's go to Enugu. So there is no report that anyone was killed, but there were people who, who got shot, and they got shot. Gunshot wounds, and those are the armed robbers who came with guns to rob a phone shop. There are armed robbers. There are robbers who are like a pen robbers. Those are the politicians that will use pen to write billions, hundreds of billions of naira for projects that they have no intention of completing. And sometimes they will shamelessly, even go to this uncompleted project and declare them completed. Like Devulumai, an armed robber, a pen robber that is more notorious than an armed robber. There are many, right? They challenged a radio station that said, oh, this so bridge along East-West Road, it's not completed. It's still far from completion. And Devulumayi took his own camera crew there and he said the bridge was completed. So the radio station had to go back like your Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. They had to go back there and make another video and say, well, Mr. Minister, you would have to do more than just propaganda to declare projects completed. You would have to do more than propaganda. Take a look at this. Minister said it's completed. And just a few hours after that, this is what we found.
I'm standing right where the Minister of Works yesterday said that this road was almost 80% ready to use. This is the Aleto Bridge. I was here some days ago, to give you that video on this. And as you can see here, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Not even a single sand has been added to what we showed you a few days ago. And the Minister of Works comes here yesterday to say that this road will be open to use. Not just that, he goes ahead to say that Kagote was a faceless group. Kagote, is one of the most prominent organizations in Ogoni that has been in existence for over 30 to 40 decades. Well, that's a story for another day. We are going to give you an exclusive historical background of Kagote in the studio. But here we are live to verify and fact check what the Minister of Works, Dave Umari, said yesterday. As you can see, does this place look like a bridge that will be used in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, in 4 weeks, in 1 month, in 2 months, in 6 months, or even in a year? You can see it for yourself. And this is a clear case to show Nigerians that the Minister of Works is not being sincere with himself or being sincere to Nigerians. So we want you to see for yourself. I'm standing right where the Minister of Works.
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government we are highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people are proving people should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily bail, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the lockdown is the best solution to coronavirus, and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in longer. Because some people will be at indoor. There's no a way to make our own life. I'm highly disappointed.
Anarchy loans.
Last too. You know? You can use propaganda to gain power. You are going to need more than propaganda to run a country, to run a government. You're going to need more than propaganda. You can still use propaganda, but you're going to need more than that. Because propaganda don't build roads. Propaganda, right, don't fix economy. Propaganda, brethren, doesn't fix security. Propaganda will not build you and equip your hospitals. No. You would have to do those ones first before you now apply propaganda to maybe exaggerate, you know. You know Tone, right? Dayton. Yeah, that's a seed that caused her father. Okay. Here is a latest. Suppose a message to call you. I don't know if it's relevant, just for the record.
Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Your Excellency, happy Father's Day to you. Today is supposed to be a day where we are celebrating our fathers, men who have stood, and will always stand to make sure that we are great as citizens or as a family in every areas and spheres of life. Today, I want to retract and retrace you back and put you in your space. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you will continue to be a president and never a god in the land called Nigeria. You own Lagos. Nobody argues with you. Nobody wants to take your place. Some years ago, I came out and I said it. Age scam, state of origin scam, everything scam. But you are still going to be the president of this country. Some of us are divinely and specially created, more spiritual than you all think. I don't pray for Nigeria. I pray about Nigeria. If you are a true man of God, nobody prays for a country that is naturally blessed and endowed. But you go on your knees and ask, why are we where we are? And how did we get here? I've always stood on the neck of the president of this country. I've always criticized where I need to criticize. And I've always praised and encouraged where I need to praise and encourage. I fear nobody. I say the truth and I stand by the truth. When you tell a lie, you defend your lies. When you get to places where you're not supposed to get to, you try to defend your space. Today you have become the president. The Bible says the kingdom of God suffered violence, and violence taketh it by force. And God remains an unquestionable God. Why you allow such things to happen? But I'm sure you became the president of this country out of greed, passion, love.
Don't I just checked the time again. I realized I'm time what in Lusha. And there's one thing I still want to share. It is, how do I describe this guy? Okay, I'll keep it to myself. They said he's the Arewa, or he called him Arewa youth leader, even though he's not, right? Well, he just had a message for Shore, and I don't know if you have seen it, because I know Shore can sometimes be here too. Maybe you should see it. Listen to this. Another clown, right?
My name is Ambassador Abdul Dambature, the president of Northern Nigerian Youth. I want to send a direct warning. I say it once again, a direct warning to Sowore. Sowore, I think it's high time the Northern Nigerian youth should warn you, and we should warn you on how you treat or you disrespect our elders from the Northern Nigeria. Most especially your recent comment on General Sani Abacha. Sowore, enough is enough. We are warning you. You have been doing that with most of our elders from the north. You have been doing that with President Muhammadu Buhari. Now again, you done it on General Sani Abacha. I think enough is enough. We cannot take it any longer. If you think you can disrespect the Inspector General of Police, or you can disrespect anybody, any elders from the south where you came from, you don't respect elders, we will not allow you to disrespect our elders from the north. We, the Northern Nigerian youth, respect our elders, our leaders, most especially General Sani Abacha. General Sani Abacha is one of our stalling income, in which we, the Northern Nigerian youth, respect so much. General Sani Abacha is no more. He is led. But why is it that everybody will be keep on saying trash against General Sani Abacha? Is it because he is no more? Is it because he cannot wake up and speak for himself? That was the reason why everybody will be saying anything Abacha. This one will be saying Abacha, the other one will be saying Abacha. So enough is enough, Sowore. We are warning you. We are warning you. If you ever disrespect anybody from the Northern Nigerian, we will make sure we flog you in the street of Abuja. Enough is enough. We cannot take it any longer. We cannot take it any longer. You have been disrespecting people. You have been parading yourself as one of the youth leader, whereby you are more than 60 something years. For how long we would allow you to keep on parading yourself as a youth leader? So enough is enough. We are warning you, if you ever disrespect anybody from the north again, we will not take it lightly with you. It's better you know that you are now more you are no more a youth leader. Please go and look for business and do. You need to go and look for a better business and do, so that you stop disrespecting elders. If you think you can insult any elders from the south where you came from, you don't respect leaders where you come from, we will not allow you to continue doing that in the north. Enough is enough. Don't ever insult anybody from the north, any elders from the north. Talk less of calling the name of General Sani Abacha. Thank you very much.
We are a poor nation. The bank coal will follow. They say firewood not fall. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, shine it, and tell the West. If you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. Do it.
This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Since 1992, when I encounter you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. That calls me his friend, and I call him my friend, and calls me my son, and I call him my father. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know.
If I come here and I say, do you know that about 120 million Nigeria get mental problem? You say, am I go to the day? Abba, am I go how? You don't go believe me. And that is why once in a while like that, I can bring them to your screen and say, now one of them be this, so. And one of them be this, one of the mad Nigerians, right? Now one of them be this, You see, once they are like, start talking, you go know. You say, I agree, you are right. Now one of them be this. Abacha. You know that normal, right? Nigerians love their oppressors differently. You know that. Some will tell you that their own oppressor, their own criminal, right? He's a God-fearing criminal. I always send people to Mecca. Everybody will say if they want food or anything, they go to him, he give them food, he give them money. Do you know how many people they give scholarship to? Do you know how many children they send to, what do you call it? You know, Jelliosimi. They call it Jelliosimi. I've been a kindergarten. That, you know, they'll tell you that, yeah, we know he's a criminal, but we love our criminal. If Abacha is not dead, Abacha will be one of the sought-after elder statesmen in Nigeria. Some of you, see, that's why when people say, we need to respect elders. Come on, you are African, you are supposed to, Baba, it is true. Respect your elders, because some of them have actually earned it. And you can tell elders that, the elders that earn their respect from you, you know, may you live long, sir. You know, may you live long, sir. You know, that stuff. You see them, you know they've earned it. You respect them. You don't demand for it. You see them, you respect them. It's an African. But when you see criminals, you are not meant to romanticize them. You are not meant to befriend them. But unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, some of them are, or what you have now in Nigeria is that a majority of them don't care about that morality anymore. Now your problem with that too. You go to look for a person will not be criminal then. You know? And then you can't win where people who worship murderers, kleptocrats, right? Unpatriotic elements, selfish, greedy. But sometimes some of them will tell you that what Abasha do, my way this guy never do worse. It is the same system that produced Abacha that is producing them, no doubt. But that doesn't mean that we are going to then excuse it enough that a lunatic will sit in front of you and say, sending warning to somebody because that person says something about Abacha. 127 million Nigerians get mental problem. Check what any? Because some of you may be like, because even some of you watching me too, you are still in control of your madness. I've heard many of you told me, I'm watching you from Lagos. People have called me from Lagos. They have called me from all parts of Nigeria. And in most cases, they have always been like, you know, letting me know that to survive in Nigeria now, you must get crazy. Do you get that? You know, you even have those crazy people as well who are part of your, you know, in political offices and all that, making decisions. Insane people making decisions for sane people. And you all know that if you go to the asylum, where do they treat some mad people? And then when they look at you, they will look at people who are taking care of them and they will be like, look at him, madman, look at her, madman. They don't admit that they are mad. The possible key in 127 million only progress. That's why you can see that with most of the actions and everything that is all the abnormal things going on in that place. Whenever your brain is set to, even you yourself go say, oh, mommy, normal. Have you ever, have you not experienced that? The one that you get involved in something, you're coming back from the office. You just got involved in something that is needless. Or you're frustrated, you're angry, you don't even know how to explain. You can't put words on paper to explain how you are feeling, but you are feeling it. Once it's too high, you will just talk to yourself. And from there, you may stop taking your bath. Because you're just now depression, you're just like, oh, I'm so depressed, I'll bath tomorrow. It's not even healthy to bath every day. We rate it daily, you know, and there are so many people that Nigeria is forcing to that state today. Many, many people. I'm talking about hardworking people that sometimes they just look around, they just be like, man, it's like they have nothing to show for it. That's what Nigeria is doing. It's pushing people to their brim, to their extremes, like testing them to their limits. Some people are running mad like that. It's not funny. Don't laugh. It's a serious stuff. Because there are people, They can't tell you. They're just like, you know, sometimes I feel like I make a just, but I know they feel like we're in here, you know, they calm down, no. Because sometimes, you know, once you know the name of a problem, the problem is half solved, and you just talk to somebody. It's what Nigeria does. So when you see all these wearies on your TV, on your radio, on the internet, once you follow the internet, then you would know that how in Nigeria should they make it? Explain to me like I'm a 5-year-old boy. Say, okay, you come and after all these things, you come and explain to me. Be Nigeria should make it out of this way. Yeah? You're walking about clothing pay. So, Africa Wala, you see they hold this puff bag. Say no, because I've not seen you know, a dustbin or somewhere to put it. So I decided to hold it. And then you go see somebody where they drive 100 million car. They go just wind down. Baba, you go see the heaps of refuse. They would dump it from their window, drive off. I say, actually, normal buy. How can anybody who is normal? They look rich now. Because normal to you, person where they wear tata cloth, or people who are like a stinking, stage by stage, that's why they say, you know, it takes time. I'm not saying this to make you feel like, okay, what are you saying? I'm saying that when you know all of this, inspiration to suffer Nigeria will be fine. Come here, come and tell us now. Where did you get that your motivation from? Where did you get that inspiration from? That you decided to lie to people and tell them that after all you know, you see they tell them, say, Nigeria will be great again. I say, we're going to give you there, kind of. You get what I mean? Being honest, it is so deep, right? That a man that was giving pregnant women, you know, new mothers in Abure State when he was governor, he was giving them 500 naira. Yeah, postnatal. You born for Abure when the Ekweazu was their governor. 500 naira state support fund they will give you. Then you won't pay hospital bill, he said. You won't pay hospital bill. So that one is just to support you so that you can, in case if your breast is not lactating yet, you never see milk, collect the 500 naira. He was so proud of it, he said it on the national television. The madman that turned the main road in Aba, turned it into a refuse dump. Main eyesore. I made it a bit of a reference. But when you are talking about mismanaged states in Nigeria, Abure State will come up probably 1 to 3. Ekweazu, one of the G-string governors, right? He was the guy who was sharing 5 liters of kerosene as an empowerment for his own second-term election in 2019. Story in long. Now they have Alex Otti, right? The guy that is being praised for doing the basic for 24 years. They're just like dreams and imagination for an average Abians, right? For years, Otti invited him. Guess what? He told everybody, okay, Otti invited him to come and commission his project, right? And Ekweazu told everybody there that Otti is using his templates to develop Anambra. Oh, really? Maybe let me go hear this.
So I urge you to hold on a little bit. Look out for one another. Proudly step forward and be proud of the service that you render to Abia State. If we pull together, this miracle that we see today, for woman, by the time it will settle, you will see that there is nothing in the pocket. And we will do the needful. Because the only way we must like well done. But I don't see cowardice in your eyes. Because on that day, your duty is to make sure you win your boots. And our duty will be to make sure that that winning counts. Maybe I will not give you the boot to so, but I hear the boss or put it in a brown law. Okay, now. Okay, now. Only Pandola Carriano. That's our man secret. Okay. My word for them, game and car. So, wherever you find yourself today, don't let anybody tell you that you are not good enough. Don't let anybody tell you that. Manje okay, people for on a real international market, draw a line. There will be nothing to claim there. Because the major problem on a real reconstruction was to get it started. And that was done under our watch. And I give kudos today, okay. Anybody who is talking about Port Harcourt Road today without mentioning Bobo is a criminal. Because in the midst of everything, when we get to that road, there was a serious litigation against the state government by one man called Ado. Through the help of Bobo and his contacts with the World Bank, we were able to settle that matter out of court. And then we marked out that road, removed unwanted material, started the project. The most critical thing was that that road was designed by Ministry of Works Agency under my watch. So as we celebrate the achievement of this current administration in terms of finishing that road, I make bold to give you credit to those who started the pioneering work on that road. And indeed, those who provided the funding as it were from the global partners outside Nigeria, whether anybody likes it or not, to defend projects before the World Bank, pay counterpart funding, defend it before the Senate, is a good job. If I inherit such work, I will give kudos to the person who did this great work. So Abure must move forward. We cannot look back anymore. There are so many things we can mention. I don't want to talk about 650 classroom blocks in terms of education, or overseas scholarship for our youth. I don't want to talk about 2 industries and training of 30 people. I don't want to talk about job creation in Akuma, TMAS, Homeland Security, some of which have been inherited by the current government. So I give credit today to those of you who are under this canopy that did pioneering work to make sure that we have Homeland Security, we have TMAS, we have Abure. Because without their work, those 1,500 jobs wouldn't have been created at the issue. And there would have been nothing to inherit. So therefore, I can keep mentioning works in various spheres. We checked all boxes. We may not have done everything as I said before, but we certainly did something. And I'm proud of their stewardship. So today, wherever we decide, whatever we decide, until that comes. But today, we need to hold our brothers' hands and we need to tell each other, yes, we can. We said it in 2015 and we did. Once again, we can. Once again, we can. Yes, we can.
Nuisance Lele.
That's a Peazu. So he's practically saying that he did the groundwork, settled all the litigation and all that stuff, but he just couldn't do any construction for 8 years. So he cleared the path for Alex Soti to do the miracle you are seeing today. You call miracle. Things are getting better. For Nigeria, things are getting better. I didn't have any black shade, but we'll manage it like that. Things are getting better.
Things are getting better for Nigeria. Things are getting better. For Asiwaju is on the throne. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Mr. President, things are getting
ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún sí lálìkìyàmà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
Here is Showore's position. Do we still have the time? Or we should go to bed? Thank you so much, though, because it seems that, that so many of us got notification this time and we turned up, right? Thank you. So I hope you check it again next time. But here, I have something from Showore himself, talking about the June 12. And, you know, Tinubu gave award to those he said played a part or this or that part in the struggle for democracy in Nigeria. But they didn't mention Omoyele Showore. Showore played a very, 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 very historical part as well as a young person. But somehow, they just never really gave him that. Obviously, he wasn't doing that because he wanted the award. That's why he said, I didn't do that because I wanted an award. When we were fighting then, his was so not mine.
Well, I'm not trying to build my CV on the back of National Honor Award. I am not interested in the National Award because I did not fight the struggle that I fought, and I continue to fight because I'm looking for an award. I did it because I want to be free. I want a country where people are free to pursue their desires and aspirations in life. I want a country where people can flourish, not a country where national awards are handed over to people to patronize them. But more importantly, which is a valuable contribution I can make to this, is that a national honor granted anyone is as good as the person honoring the person. And I do not believe some of these men are honorable people.
Okay. I think it would be nice on the CV. Omoyele Showore, ON, CON. That'd be nice. A nice rank.
If it worked, then the country should be a great place because I remember there was a year that everybody that was a national award, I think it was under Obasanjo, one of this PDP administration, were people of questionable character. So there are a lot of people who have all these national awards that you and I don't remember. I even heard that some people got national award some 12 years ago. They repeated the same award for them this time around.
Like Professor Bolaji Akinyemi.
Yeah. So
he has CFR in 2011. They are giving him CFR again in 2025. So you are right on that score.
Maybe they should add a G in front of the CFR just for an upgrade. But I do not need a national award. I don't need it from the government, and I've never sought or asked for an award. Generally, I do not seek, ask, or accept awards. It's just my own personal preference.
Your personal opinion. If they give me, I will have accepted it. I've been Minister of State rank in this country.
Were you ever given an award?
Nobody has given me anything. No. Even my job as a journalist, I think I'm deserving of a national award. If they give me, I will take it. It will not.
It's not too late.
It will not reduce price.
Maybe for those people who got it 12 years ago and maybe they can give you one of it so that they can remain.
Okay, but generally,
yes.
Beyond you, what do you think of the national award? The people who have been recognized, because the symbolism of it is that President Tinubu tried to move the June 12 conversation forward. Some people were left out. They recognized some people to remind us of the symbolism of June 12, which I think is important.
Well, I think for some of us, June 12 is not just a symbolic gesture, and you will testify to this. I belong to the category of people who I didn't lose my life, but I did lose a lot. You know, as a student, expelled twice, hounded everywhere, up until this day that I'm sitting in front of you. I don't have an NYSC certificate because we challenged Abacha, where I served in Yola, Adamawa State. Finished my NYSC, I was about to receive the certificate. I was arrested by DSS, kept for 7 days, and that was the end of my career in the NYSC world. It was because of June 12. So, and for us, the struggle for democracy has not ended. So why are we awarding ourselves? I still have issues based on my struggle for democracy. As of 3 days ago in Ondo State, Akure, I was attacked by thugs sponsored by the governor of my state. I'm from Ondo State because I was protesting peacefully on the streets of Akure over June 12th because we had, in my view, a transition from military rule to civilian rule, but not for democracy yet. So maybe for those of us who are still fighting, our word is not what we are looking for. We're looking for liberation. We're looking for fundamental shifts in our movement towards progress in the country, particularly democratic progress.
Sure. Well done. Then he has something to say about Tinubu's low self-esteem. Enough that those around him have to start putting his name on supposed government public properties to make him feel better, right? So Showore said it's all signs of low self-esteem, which Tinubu actually suffers from a lot. He wants validation. He wants to be reminded that he's your president. And that's all that he cares about. The rest are just distractions to him. Good governance? Nah, that's a distraction. Showore said.
My own way of judging the regime, metaphorically and empirically, should be looked at from the point of the Lagos-Calabar highway that was promised to be 700 kilometers and will be done in whatever number of years it should have been done. And in 2 years, only had 30 kilometers completed to be commissioned. And if you look at the percentage of that, you can use that to judge every other thing that has been done in the country. And I want to address very quickly the issue of naming places after the president. I think that in itself is a sign of insecurity, that the people handling the regime or the regime itself is so unsure of itself, it had to be naming monuments after itself when there is nothing happening in the country. There is no reason why anybody who has done well for the country wouldn't wait for monuments to be named after them after they have left. But you know, you and I know this, and you mentioned it, that there's a level of imbecility involved. That's true. And what that means is that even other monuments that have been named after people in this country speaks to the fact that monuments are named after people who have contributed the least amount of progress to the country. And it's just done in a way that have no respect for the dignity of the people, respect for history, and respect for our existence. But, you know, when you look at it now, even Nigeria itself was a monument named after falsehood, Niger area, by a person without integrity, Flora Shaw. So, monument naming is not anything that anybody should worry about, but you made a fundamental statement about how these naming ceremonies come about. They come from a place of shallowness, and I dare say and repeat, imbecility.
Okay, so if they name Aso Rock after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu tomorrow, you are going to say it's imbecility?
Anybody can name anything they want after anybody. I've stated before, and I'll say it here today for Nigeria, if to become the president of this country, most of the places named after these former Nigerian leaders will be named after trees and probably rivers in Nigeria. We have plenty of them, because those ones deserve those places to be named after them. At least they are consistent and they contribute to our ecological balance. There are people who contribute nothing. Sometimes I get depressed when I'm driving on roads in Abuja and I see Buhari Road, Babangida Road, or Abacha Barrack. I'm just like wondering what is wrong with us. But here you have it. That's the map of imbecility.
Okay, sure. You've been in journalism for years, even as...
We'll leave it at that. But he's very right. their politics and the decisions, and those who are making these decisions are nothing less than or nothing short of imbeciles, imbecility, and any other thing, adjective, whatever you can use to describe them. Because how do you describe this one? The guy who told you that human brain, right, works 24 hours from birth, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 or 366 days a year until you join APC, and it stopped working, or it stops working. Would you call this, or would you not want to call this imbecility too? Somebody did this. Let me show you.
The most important thing now is Atiku Abubakar, whom I am loyal to, and the loyalty is 100. Let me tell you, Mr. Rufai, I'm son of a soldier. My father is dead. If you come from a military background, a military family, the first thing you are taught growing up is loyalty. And loyalty is 100. Loyalty is not 99. At any given time, an element in loyalty is missing, you are not loyal at all. Money does not move me. I live very well because my God supplies my need according to his riches in glory. And I discover that what will be if you stay true to your purpose.
Okay. So you are 100% loyal to the president? 100%. Well, you were formerly, you said that you were 100% loyal to Atiku Abubakar.
When I was with Atiku, I was 100. So that, I mean, like a pit bull, right? When you are committed to someone, you give 100. So I cannot say, when I was working for Atiku, I was 90% for Atiku and 10% for Asiwaju. But then, what it means that I can't be trusted by both Atiku and Asiwaju while I'm Tinubu the president.
But your loyalty shifted as soon as your perception of things.
As soon as the president
won. So you are now focused on speaking for President Tinubu, whom you say now you have 100% loyalty in.
100.
So the question I'm asking now is whether or not you believe in the presidency of today, because I mean, and that's why I started my conversation with you, asking that you are a Christian minority from Borno State.
Yes, sir.
And you once said the reason why you stopped believing or supporting Bola Tinubu is because of the Muslim ticket.
Yeah.
As your philosophy about the Muslim ticket, because nothing seems to have changed. And they've not denounced their religion. Have you denounced yours?
I adopt what I said before as my argument, and I rely on it.
Are you running away or dodging away from answering the question?
No, you see, you have the infrastructure, you have TV, you have the same way you use that time in recalling past. Recall that question you asked and how I answered it.
Can Nigerians believe you that this Daniel Buala and what he said some months ago during the campaign, can they believe you when you speak for the president?
If you ask this question 100 times till tomorrow morning, my answer will be the same.
But what about those who think that you don't have integrity?
It is their right.
But do you have integrity?
It is up to you.
No, it's not up to me. You are the one that has you are in the chair, Mr. Buala. Do you have the integrity to speak for a president whom you heavily criticize and that is not fit for office based on his religious standing on a Muslim ticket?
Ask and answer.
You have not answered it.
No, I've answered it. You've asked me before.
You know, the reason why that is different is that you are a Nigerian public officer. And you speak to the Nigerian people right now. It's different from you as a private citizen. You have the onus to be able to speak. The onus on you to be able to tell Nigerians truthfully that this is what has changed about you. Is it the same Daniel Buala that worked with Atiku Abubakar?
If anything that I have answered before, I don't want to regurgitate on that.
Even when you said,
I will not allow you to. Hey, help me. If they carry me, they go where I don't know. Help me.
So what would you call that? Men without honor. They are worthless men. If you are a man without honor, you are a worthless human being. But again, who can shame the shameless? Nobody can. You can't shame the shameless. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I've had an interesting evening, by the way. I'm sorry that we still haven't taken calls. So I'm keeping it for when our algorithm will be back up, okay? I'm so sorry that all of you have missed that moment of yeah? Don't worry. I'll make it up to you. But remember, you are here tonight means you enjoyed the conversation, right? So like the broadcast. Share it. Subscribe to my channel as well. And I will see you again. I will. And until then, right? To everybody else, okay? Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin ti ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ̀ lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.